Well, we just saw Dope, and on this show, I take my friends, we go see a movie, we review it in the car, and then we have a discussion. The review part is spoiler-free, so if you're on the fence or looking for a recommendation, you can watch this video, find out what we thought without getting spoiled. And if you'd like to see the whole discussion, if you've already seen the movie or you don't care about spoilers, look for the video called Dope Movie Discussion with Spoilers. Dope is sort of it's a drama/comedy. It's kind of hard to pin down because it starts out a little bit more comedic than it ends, but it's really well told. It's a really well done story. It's hard to talk too much about it without going into spoilers, but if the trailer looked interesting to you at all, I would recommend seeing it. The performances are great. The story is really well done. And it's about this group of kids who are sort of outsiders within their neighborhood because they're geeks and they're not part of a gang or selling drugs or anything like that, which is what most of the other kids their age are doing. What most of everybody in the place around them is doing. And so it's this interesting story about this kid who ends up in a situation that he can't easily get out of, and he can't just he can't avoid doing some things he doesn't really want to do. And so it kind of touches on like what that means and how that affects him, how that impacts him. I really enjoyed it. It's hard to think of something that I would compare it to, but it's really well done. I don't know what else to say. What do you think?
Yeah, it is a really, really hard movie to pin down because at the beginning I was like, oh, this is going to be a comedy. And even from the trailer, you kind of get that feel.
And it's funny throughout, but it does get darker.
But then, like, about, I don't know, 50, 75% of the way through, it just all of a sudden takes a kind of a more serious tone, and it keeps that till the end. Very, very well done. I enjoyed all the performances. It was very well written. Even the music was fun. You know,
yeah.
It was really, really a good movie, and I don't know how to talk about it without going into spoilers. So I guess I'll save it for the discussion.
I mean, it touches on a lot of things, and you know, they talk about race, and they talk about poverty, and they talk about
a whole lot of social commentary.
Yeah, and it's almost like you kind of see the movie going one way or the other. I think from the trailers, like you either see it as being like a CB4 style comedy where they just go for the laugh and it's farcical and ridiculous and all that kind of stuff, or you see it as they're going to pick an issue and just hammer and hammer and hammer that one issue. But instead, it comments on things, but there's an actual story there driving it through.
It starts out kind of CB4-ish, but then towards the end, it steers a little bit more towards Boys in the Hood.
Mm-hmm.
The characters are all very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The three main characters are almost out of time. You know, they're very
they're obsessed with the 90s.
Yeah.
So they all dress like 90s hip hop.
Like the main character would not be out of place in House Party.
Right.
And then they start talking about like things like Bitcoin, like right off the bat. Here's this guy with a high top fade, and he's talking about Bitcoin. You're like, oh my God, what time period is this movie in? Which throws an interesting feel to it. But all in all, I really would recommend this movie. I mean, even if the trailer didn't reach out and grab you because maybe you thought it looked a little too comedic or something to that effect, I would really recommend going and watching this movie.
Yeah, I really saw it going one way or the other. Like, I saw it either going super comedic or being just social commentary, the movie. And it really melded both and then added a really interesting story into it as well. So, yeah, I liked it quite a bit. I would recommend it. So, that's our review. If you like the way we do these, please like the video, subscribe, and check out all the written and video reviews at dalemaxfield.com. Thanks for watching.